Hello Scorpio, Joe. Thanks for joining me. For those of you that are familiar with my channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, I appreciate you checking in and joining me here. This is a general reading, Scorpio, for March 2021. It's an open reading. I'm not going to focus on any one topic. It's going to be whatever spirit of the universe and the cards want to bring out, and it's up to me hopefully to interpret this in a way that speaks to your current circumstance. If it's not for you, just leave it. Can't be for everybody. So we're gonna just do a 10-12 minute reading. If I feel like there's a reason or a desire to go deeper, I will do an extended reading, and you can check that out in the description box below. All my extended readings will from now on be on Patreon, and all of them will be available, and not just one at a time, or this reading, extended reading, or that extended reading. I kind of want to make everything available for a low price. If you want a free reading, be one of the first 40 to subscribe to tier 2 or 3 on Patreon. Again, description box below if that interests you. Alright, enough of all that. Let's talk about Scorpio. Let's talk about what is happening in your life in March 2021. I didn't pull any oracle cards for Cancer. I just didn't feel like I needed to. But we're gonna see what's happening. The Thinker, Scorpio, and we'll pull an angel card, and then we'll get into the tarot. So the Thinker, Scorpio, what is on your mind? What's troubling you? What's the conundrum? Download Divine Love. That keeps coming out lately. I think the reason why this comes out a lot lately is, it's debatable, but we are encroaching the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment, and so just because it's upon us doesn't mean that it all happens at once. And so I think this is I think you're connecting on a higher level. That download is like receiving revelations from the universe, from God, from whatever your personal belief is. At the center of the universe there is creation, and that creation is trying to express truth and divinity to you, okay? And I think that that's kind of might be why you're in this thinker mode. I think you're contemplating a lot of deep things. Scorpio, before I do my readings, I try to just quiet my mind and see if anything comes through. And something that came to me that was weird was like the trauma. There was like some trauma. I don't know if you're still dealing with some trauma, some past trauma, some PTSD or anything like that. I think that this is like the revelation coming through to you might be in this Download Divine Love and the Thinker. And that could be entirely a side message. It may not be tied to this tarot reading at all, but we'll see. You have the King of Pentacles, Scorpio, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, wow, the Lovers, okay, Six of Swords, Ace of Wands, whoop, Knight of Wands, the Empress, okay, Eight of Cups, Departure, Scorpio, you are on the move, okay, you're looking for what serves you best in your current life circumstances. And when I say that, what serves you best, it's not about taking advantage, or it's not about getting what you can get out of life, but I think you've put a lot of things on hold in your life, and now you feel like this is your time to do what Scorpio wants to do. I think that part of this Eight of Cups here with the Download Divine Love and the Thinker is saying to you, life is short. why are you standing still? And I think that maybe you've been in a standstill. I did mention trauma. Maybe there was something holding you back in the past from progressing, from being willing and open to receive. And I think this Eight of Cups is part of that receiving. We can be a hermit, we can hide, we can seclude ourselves from the rest of the world, and we're really not going to receive anything from anybody that's of benefit. But in that, we also make ourselves vulnerable. And I think that's where your fear is. I think you have a fear of vulnerability, Scorpio. But I think God is really trying to tell you something here. I think that you are really getting epiphanies and revelations and divine understanding coming through. And maybe you don't really realize where it's coming from, but something's putting it in your head. This is like all about a life wasted is a tragedy. And I think that you are tired of being stuck and you don't want your story to be tragic. Scorpio, I think maybe at some point in the past you made up your mind you were just going to be alone, because it was much easier to be alone and in pain than it was to be vulnerable and subject yourself to potential pain. But these are like thought forms that are a part of your experience because your past has told you that. And you let fear dictate the outcome, or it's the perceived outcome. The fear is an overriding factor. And I think that this is where you are. I think you're completely walking away from that. I think you're really having the understanding that there's so much in life that is waiting for you to be gifted to you. I think you have some new connections coming through. I think your willingness to abandon some of the cynical and staunch ideas is what's bringing you some new stuff into your life, relationship-wise. And I think there's a level of excitement, adventure, a bit of a journey. And I think that this is a journey you're not going on alone. I think that somebody is fairly close to you, if you don't know them, who they are now, because this might be somebody that manifests as you go along, but there might actually be somebody that's drawing you out, and that's why you're doing this, the Lover's card. But we're going to get to that. You have the Knight of Pentacles here, or I'm sorry, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. I think that you're receiving good advice, practical understanding from somebody around you. I think you're being encouraged to come out of your shell. I think you're realizing that there's so much more to live in life. And I think that you are afraid of being a recluse, and it's time to just move forward and do something new, do something different, be vulnerable. Vulnerability is often when we discover the most beautiful things in life. It's when we receive the best gifts in life because we were willing to be vulnerable. And the Six of Pentacles here and the Eight of Pentacles, I think you're really putting a lot of effort and time into self-discovery, discovering yourself. What do you want for yourself? What excites you? What ignites you? And I think, again, somebody is drawing this out of you. They're pulling you out of your shell. They're pulling you out of hiding. They're drawing you out. And I feel like you can't help it. It's almost like being entranced or hypnotic in a sense. I mean, no, they don't have control over you, but it's like this, you can't help it. You're so intrigued you have to do it. So it's like you're going on an inner journey and an outward journey. You're doing some new things. You're allowing yourself to be free, to go just with the flow, to go with the wind a little bit. This is a very passionate time for you. It's like this is like a very fertile time. This is where new things are going to spring up in your life. New things are going to spring up in your life. One, because you're not stagnant anymore moving forward. You're getting out of the stagnation. You're getting into fertile territory, okay? And well, before I talk about the Knight of Wands, I want to point out the Empress is here. So there's this fertile territory. It's like new things are going to spring up in your life. I think there was like a lesson learned in this. I think you honestly believe you would have been better off being alone and in solitude for a long time until you realized you were becoming your own worst enemy. Yeah, so anyway, new things are springing up in your life. The Knight of Wands is challenging you. This is really, this is kind of in your challenge position, but the Knight of Wands is challenging you. Somebody is challenging you to actually be alive, to feel like you're alive. I don't think that you felt like you were alive for a very long time, Scorpio. So, yeah, we're going to dive into this and go a little deeper in an extended reading, I think. But I'm going to pull a couple cards for the outcome, because I can't leave you hanging. And if you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. But I'm not going to cut you off. That's funny. Cancer had the Five of Wands, exact same position. Ten of Wands. So you're going from... Okay, so we have conflicts in life. Man versus man, man versus self, man versus nature, right? And so that Five of Wands is all that man versus self. You're releasing that. You're moving forward. You're shedding old ideas. You're shedding old beliefs. And you're disconnecting yourself from what's kept you at bay, you know, from living your best life, from enjoying the best life ever. So that's really what you're doing here. But it's a bit of a struggle in March to completely release and let go. And look at this, is beautiful, the Six of Cups. You're rediscovering your youth. You're loving on yourself again. You're letting people love you. You're seeing the possibilities of living life like a child again. That's marvelous. Okay, Scorpio, so that's where you're at in March. I'm going to go a little deeper. I'm going to pull another deck for the extended, and we're going to see where this goes. So if this spoke to you, check out the extended reading description box below if you choose to. So thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.